By now, most people have heard of the infamous napkin play that was drawn up in an Outback 3 years ago and won the game for you guys, Coach Q, against Florida State. So how on earth did that pop into your head, and when did you decide this is the one to win the game?
Well, I was sitting in the Outback Station. I was going to recruit Jay Phillips, one of our former players, and we was in the Outback, and I met with Ronnie Enoch, and we was just drawing up plays, and we had all these long plays, but we never had anything on the side. So I drew a one side out play, and luckily it was the one that I drew up because I could remember it. Because if I had to draw up one of those long plays that I had like 9 of those, I probably wouldn't have remembered any of those plays, but this was the one that I remembered.
So 0.8 of a second left, you're down a point against an unbeaten Florida State team, and you think, back to the Outback 3 years ago. How did that get there?
Well, I was always thinking that at some point we need to put in some side out plays for late clocking. We had never really done it. So we had drawn up a few things in practice a couple of times, and our players actually did a good job. So instead of running our zipper action, I said we're gonna run this set and try to go ahead and end it.
Well, and that you did. Now let's go to the freshman, Tisha. So this play is drawn up, you're in the huddle, and you wind up being the one, as a freshman, in that moment, to throw the perfect pass, which you did, we all now know. But before all that happens, I gotta think there were some nerves, maybe.
I was more nervous as if I was gonna catch it, because I didn't know if she was gonna sprint or jog it, so I was trying to throw it so she can catch it.
Well, okay, she did just kind of call you out a little bit there. I mean, I don't know how you feel about that.
No, I get what you mean. It's tough. It's tough to throw that pass. You don't know how fast the person is going to go. That's kind of why I trotted up at the end. But it was a perfect pass. That's what matters.
It was a perfect pass. And now there was a little bit of debate a few minutes ago about the screen. Kiki was out there. Now, Kiki, let's talk about the screen. It was a very important part of this play that you got right. Right, but maybe you needed a little reminder at some point?
Yeah, Coach Q thought I was going to screen somebody else, but I knew who to screen. It was for Emily, so I was going to screen 34.
Okay, all right, but I'm going to back it up just a minute. So how did you draw it out? Did you just explain? How did it happen? And I want to get in your minds as this play is being drawn that you have never once run in practice. Okay, so you're showing it to them. What are you guys thinking, honestly?
Nervous, and I wasn't even getting the ball. I don't know, I sprinted really fast for some reason because I was nervous, so I just thought if I sprinted fast, they'll get it open more.
Okay, and Emily, when you find out you're the one that's going to be on the end of this
Oh, man. I mean, I've practiced that a lot. I knew if I got open, I could make it, but yeah, I was nervous they were going to switch. I was like, how is this going to work if they played the right defense? But it was a really good play. It was drawn out really well, and we executed it great. So,
why Emily? Why was she the one to finish this off?
Because she and I are always arguing and fussing about her tapping the ball, and she always wants to tap the ball on play. So I said, if anybody has enough guts to do it, it's going to be Emily. And I knew that you could catch it and shoot it, but I didn't want to take a chance of coming down with the ball and going back up. And I told her, I said, don't bring the ball down. I said, if we get the lob, you have to go ahead and tap this in, and it worked perfectly. But I want to go back to watch the beginning of the play and pause it. I'm telling Kiki who to screen right now because she is going to screen the wrong person. So I'm telling her right now, 34, because she's lined up and she's looking at her hands are down in the air like, what am I supposed to do? I'm like, I just drew this up. As you can see, roll it, Marcus. I'm telling her right now who to screen. I'm telling her again, and she actually
screened her person. It. And then
so,
you get to hop
am I right or wrong?
she was the best reaction.
But honestly, it's a great pass. I mean, it starts with the pass. You know, there's 2 things you have to figure out before you run any kind of set that's going to win a game. Who do you trust passing the ball, and who do you trust shooting the ball? I knew that Tisha could make that pass because one of the things, and this is true, we talked about her passing the ball and her ability to pass the ball ahead when we recruited her. And I said, you know, this is a pass that I know that she could make, and Emily is our tap specialist. So we knew that she was the one that could actually get the ball out of her hands quickly and make the shot.
But a freshman in that moment. Didn't look like a freshman.
Definitely not. She's a very confident player, and she's a very gifted passer. And so I felt confident about that, and I didn't know whether they would be on the ball or off the ball. They were kind of in between, but I knew that she would have enough space to hopefully get the ball over the top.
So we're watching it many times over here, which is kind of fun. But as this is unfolding, Emily, and you especially, you get that separation. At what point are you going, oh my God, this might work?
Right when I got to the free throw line, and I realized I had to slow up to get the pass because it was literally perfect. And I was like, oh my God, if I miss this layup, I'm never playing basketball again. I'm leaving. So right there by the ACC mark, I was like, this is wide open. She's crazy for not switching, and I need to finish this layup. And thank God for winning. I was actually thinking if I should backboard it in or not. That was what was going through my mind at the time, honestly.
Yep,
but I was like, if I backboard it, it has more of a chance of going over the rim in general. So hopefully it would bounce in somehow. And that's how I ended up doing that. But yeah, it was scary.
You were running all over the court. I mean, how about that moment for you?
Well, I was going to chest about my wife, but she bailed on me. As you can see, the edge, she moved to the side. And I asked her, watch her move to the side. You might see a little bit. She's like, whoa, what are you doing?
I mean, I hope we could do this more. You know, I hope this isn't our live up moment. We can do this on the regular, you know. So I'm hoping this isn't just a one-time thing, so we can feel that adrenaline again one day.
You know, I'm glad you said that, as I brought a napkin. Maybe can you just give me a little magic? It's got a little stain on it, but other than that, it's okay. A little magic for next time?
Give you a little something. I just put this one. This is the only magic that I need right now.
I'm gonna keep this. Oh, it's three letters, guys. It starts with W. Sums it up.
You got 'em.